behind here is a whole slew of redstone at work. Torches, dust, comparators, repeaters, hoppers, droppers, slowly filling up the chests that we have placed. And as you can see here, we've started to see the magma blocks come in. I'm gonna be showing you in today's episode how you can make one of these for your Minecraft 1.13 world. Hey, what's going on, guys? Log.zip here. Welcome back to the Deep End, episode 17. Today's episode is all about the storage system. Look at this thing, huge, enormous. I'm in my basement currently. We're about to start filling up all of my different chests with loots and blocks into the storage system so that we can keep everything nice and organized. If you're wondering what's going on here, we've devised a system that will allow us to dump items at random, essentially, into this little area, and it slowly starts to collect all of them in a way that is just very aesthetically pleasing. So look at this, look, we just keep bring on the ingots, baby, bring on the ingots, baby. And what you'll start to see behind here is a whole slew of redstone at work. Torches, dust, comparators, repeaters, hoppers, droppers, everything. Slowly filling up the chests that we have placed. And as you can see here, we've started to see the magma blocks come in, the lapis lazuli blocks slowly coming in as well. You see them filling in, step at a time. It's all truly lovely. We've got the gold ingots just came in. We've got the cobblestone adding up right now. I'm going to be showing you in today's episode how you can make one of these for your Minecraft 1.13 worlds. Stay nice and organized so that you can be the ultimate survivalist. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you do, leave a like on the video. Thanks so much for subscribing. And with that, we can go ahead and show you how this thing was done. Alrighty, so we're back in my basement on the Deep End server. There's actually been a few changes. I want to show off, look at this. We got a full-blown like running list of every single person that's like had joined the server recently. The blue, that's me, log.zip. That means that I'm currently online. We've got the world time. There's been a few different awesome changes. But anyways, that's all aside. It's time to make this storage system, and it's much needed. Like, I can't even, like, half of my stuff is in random chests. We got slime blocks hanging out in random places. I mean, everything's gone wrong. I mean, even the server's lagging right now. That's how big of a deal it is that we need to make sure that this is all happening. Now, the build itself is courtesy of Tango Tech. We've covered a lot of their stuff on MNU before and other videos on my channel. If you want to check out, wow, that is a lot of lag. If you want to check out Tango's channel for a different version of this tutorial, you can. That's with creative mode. This is a survival experience. Yeah, it's going to be linked in the description of today's video. Now, here's everything you're going to need to make this guy. There's a few special caveats. We'll get to that in just a second. Do y'all even know what caveat means? Anyways, it's fine. Here's what you're going to need. 33 hoppers. 18 droppers. You're gonna need 29 chests. We only have 9 of them here because we're just gonna take chests from over here when it's time to build out the chests, and then you'll obviously want item frames. Now, we're building a 6x2 double chest area, so we in theory only need 12 item frames, but this is a modular system, so you can build more of these right next to each other. You can make them taller, etc., etc., etc. With all that in mind, though, we only have these for the time being. We're gonna go ahead and place these down just for reference so you have an idea of where you're gonna be placing the rest of the wiring and circuitry, which we'll get to in a hot second. But the area itself is going to be a 5 by 9 by 11 block area. It's either 11 or 12. We'll find out in a hot second, but you'll be able to find out all the full detailed information in the description of the video if you click out Tango Tech's link. For the time being, we're going to go with 5 by 9 by 11. Now, this is going to be the front-facing area of where your chests are going to appear, right? Pretend that these are all double chests. Pretend that these are all nice and lined up, etc., 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 like all the way up. Like literally, like it goes all the way up for a total of 6 of these blocks. Very, very important that we keep that in mind. Okay, now that that's out of the way, we can start grabbing a couple of these other guys. It's going to be important that we know where they all are. I'm going to grab this one. We don't really need any of the other ones. Grab some of the building blocks they're going to be using for this next part. It can be any building blocks you want. It doesn't have to be stone brick. That's just what my basement is pretty much comprised of here. So we kind of take that liberty when we're doing it. I'm getting nice and organized. We're going to start with mostly redstone and wiring and things of that nature. So I'm going to place all those right here, and you'll probably want some torches just to keep things lit so that nothing is spawning once you've placed down all the wiring. With that in mind, this is the front of the storage system. Whenever I'm referencing something, you'll keep in mind that this is the front. So when I say the right front side of the build, this right here is the right front side of the build. Even if we're facing it this way, this is still the right front side of the build. If I say stand on the left, it's technically right here, the left side of the front-facing store. Right, yeah, we're all on the same page? Okay, good. Time to start placing some of this wiring down. You'll want to start right and front, one block to the right of your first initial chest block. So see, if we were to break this, you'll see, look, we want to stand right here and place down our first piece of dust. That's just for placement. Now, once you've got that first piece of dust placed down, start with your comparators. Place one going this direction. Place another one going right, facing right inwards. Then 2 more comparators looking this way. You'll want to place a block on top of this guy. Very important you do that. And then from there, dust, 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 dust. Hold on a second. I made a quick mistake. This is Logdotzip from the future. Comparator does not go this way. It goes this way. So 2 facing this way and then 2 facing the other direction. This is super important. It took me a long time to figure out that issue. But anyways, you can now see the rest and everything else looks good. So carry on. Now we can go ahead and move to the, again, looking in this way, the left front corner. You'll want to place down a single redstone repeater right here. No tick delay. You're not changing the delay on that whatsoever. Place down a block. On top of that block, we're going to place down a redstone torch. Place down another block right here. On top of that, we're going to place down dust. Now, on the other side of the dust right here is going to go this block right here. Very specific. Underneath that block, we'll want to place down a redstone repeater with a count of 1, 2, 3 right clicks to give it a nice 4-tick delay. Now, you'll want to place a dust next to this repeater, and then finally, to wrap up this little front area, a torch on this back side. You see that? Now that you've got all that placed down, we can move to the back side, which thankfully is pretty much just the same thing on both back ends. So, in the corners, we're now looking at this contraption from the left side. Remember, this is the front, so looking at it right here is looking at it on the left side. Go to the backmost area, 1, 2 spaces, 1, same thing, 1, 2 spaces, 1. We're going to be building the exact same thing on both sides here, so I'm just going to start with this side over here so that you guys have an idea of what it is we're doing. So, dust, dust, dust. On top of this block, you place a torch. Now, on the side of that torch, place another block down. We have 2 comparators remaining. You place one of the comparators on top of this block you just placed and leading in another block. So the comparator is leading into another block. And then finally, a torch on the opposite side of that. So again, this is exactly what this thing is supposed to look like. We're going to build it on the other side right here so you can see it again. Dust, 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 torch, block, comparator. Right, block, torch, nice and placed, good to go. This is what this guy should be slowly looking like. You're starting to see the actual circuitry system that allows all of these items to sift in. You're gonna want to place a torch along the side of this block so it looks a little bit like that, and then right next to this guy on the side of this block, and that finishes up the bottom circuitry. Final step for this little bottom area is going to be to place a dropper on top of this torch facing upwards so that the hole is on top. Facing up, that's very important. If they don't have them facing up, all your items gonna get stuck inside and you'll never see them again. Yeah, it deletes them too. It's part of this new update. I'm just kidding, it doesn't do that. But you wanna keep that in mind when you're placing all that down. Now, we start getting to the messy part of things. Hopper systems. So, I'm gonna place some hoppers in my hotbar so we can access them. On the left dropper, these are droppers right here. On the left dropper, since we're facing the front, this is the left dropper, this is the right dropper. On the left dropper, face one single hopper into it, feeding in. You can tell if it's feeding in when you've got this little part of the hopper going into the dropper block. For example, this hopper is going into this stone brick, but we're not placing one there. That was just for example, you sillies. Now, this is its own separate little hopper dropper system. This is basically going to be part of the input system eventually that you can keep in mind over here, or at least I think so. I don't know. The redstone's kind of confusing. But all the same, this is where it goes. This is where it gets confusing. Over here, you're going to place down the following. On the side of the right dropper, place a hopper feeding in. Again, this is very important. Feeding in just like that. And we're going to snake this set of hoppers around as follows. On this side goes one, great. On the side of the new one goes this guy, great. Now we take it a step further on the side of this one. So it should look like this, bloop in, in. Right, that's the snaked out system. Now check it out. On top of this last hopper place one on top of it, right, leading in, and then finally a hopper system right there. You've done this right if this hopper is adjacent and the corners of it are touching the corners of this chest. That way we got the chest here, so we kind of have an idea of what this is slowly looking like. The back end is starting to look fantastic, my friends. In a hot second, we'll be placing all the chests. For now, though, we need to place a couple more hoppers down. So now that you've got them all placed, as you have right here, place a temporary block on the side of this guy, so that we can have another hopper that feeds into it in this specific direction. You can now break that block, and just like that, it's now feeding in the proper way. Now this part over here is where things get just slightly confusing. Have two hoppers feeding towards the right. When you're looking at it from the front, it'll look a little something like this from the side and from the front. So look, the front, going right there. We're looking at the chest. These two underneath, feeding to the right. You'll know you've placed these right if they're level with the other bottom-most hopper areas. This is if you wanted to expand more storage in this direction. Otherwise, it doesn't serve too big a purpose if you're only going with the 2x6, as I am currently right here. Very important detail you'll want to keep in mind. Now, what we're going to want to do is start stacking up the chests. I'm going to break some of these guys. They were not, in theory, placed in the right spot. You don't need to place chests now. You just may as well, because it's going to help in like making sure that this is all appropriately being wired up, right? So for now, we'll go like this, placing them up. Yes, good. And then we would want to make sure that they're double chests. Again, I just haven't placed all of my chests and like made them all yet. But pretend these are double chests for the time being, because what we're going to want to do next is start to stack up every single chest and attach a hopper feeding into them. So, boom, and then boom. And it continues to lead in such a way that that is what happens. These hoppers are feeding in to these chests, and you'll just keep stacking it up for the entirety of these chests. So again, you'll go boom, 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 all the way to the top. Same story once you place the rest of the chests. I'm just going to quickly make or place the rest of these chests, and when I've done that, we can carry on. All right, all the chests nice in place. This is basically going to be what it looks like when you're in your storage area. You'll have a nice input chest right here to allow you to sift everything through, but it's looking mighty fine. Now we can go ahead and carry on with the same set of business, feeding them all in just like this. Boom, and then a final one, which will kind of be hard to... painful. We gotta like place this. I keep falling. All right, we gotta really be careful how we do this one. Can we? How do we do this right now? Can I? I guess what we'll do, we'll just temporarily, right? We'll just temporarily build up a little bit. Yeah, much better. Okay, cool. So now we just place that final hopper, feeding to the top, just like that. All those hoppers are now placed. Good to go. I'm gonna mine this up because this is not. I placed the picket. Thank you very much. That's not where it's supposed to go. So collect you. Oh, it looks like I got... Nice! Pooped it out. That's perfect. Okay. So now all of your chests are wired to be able to go through this entire full-blown system. And it's very important that you do that. Now, on top, we're going to be placing one set of final hoppers. Hold on. You're still going to want these top hoppers to be going like inwards in this direction. So make sure that they're feeding in sideways as these other guys are. As you can see, you can just get rid of those blocks and it's no longer an issue. Now, did they get sucked in? I think they got sucked in. I missed it. Navi, that things were confusing before. Just wait. It's going to get much better. See this little fun little nook right where your first set of hoppers? Remember this guy, the dream team, the dynamic duo, just these two hanging out. Bossa Nova got it going on. Right. That's where you're going to want to place down this first block. You're going to want to get out your half slabs, your blocks, and your comparators, and as well as some redstone dust. And you really need a repeater for this guy. So check it out. Place your block right there. It's kind of forming like a staircase right here with your initial front left corner redstone circuitry. Once you've done that, place a half slab leading out from this top block. Very important that we place the half slab there. You like that? You're going to actually need to place 3 slabs. One right there, and then one to the right of it. So you've got a little bit of an L shape for these half slabs in preparation for the redstone circuitry moving in that upwards manner. So check it out. Once you place those blocks down, you're going to want to go and place down an additional full block right on the top of this guy right here, adjacent to the front left chest. This bottommost front left chest right here Adjacent to it is the block. Again, the hoppers are touching corners with this block right here. Now what you're going to want to do is place down a redstone repeater right here. Don't right-click it at all. You just have a normal delay there. And then you want to place down a redstone dust right here on this little kind of like hidden half slab. The final half slab we placed over there, that is where that guy is going to go. That is just the front left side of this little wired area. Now we get to do the other side as well. Starting to the right, aka when we're looking at it right now, technically the left, just place a block here, okay? You're going to want a block right there. We're going to have to get rid of this torch, to be perfectly honest, because it's in the way of some of our half slabs that we are working on next. Now that we've got that nice and sorted, here's what we're going to want to do. Slab. Boom. No, wrong part. I meant to put it on the bottommost area right here. Slab right here. See right there? Another slab goes right there. You've got a redstone repeater right here. 0 tick delay on that guy. Now you're going to place down dust wiring this. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is now completely wired. We finished the circuit that we were working on a hot second ago. It should be going over the hoppers like this, leading in, as you can see right here. This next part is slightly tricky. Once you've placed the rest of these, we're going to start building up in an almost identical pattern. Almost. So with that in mind, here's what we're going to be doing. On these two middle redstone dust pieces off of the wire we just made, go ahead and place block, block. From there, we want to make sure that we have slabs going up on the sides of these so that we're not interrupting any of the redstone wire. We're only going to be doing 2 out instead of 3 on this side, so we're basically going to be mirroring what we have underneath, with the sole exception that this repeater is out one more than the rest of the repeaters. So with that in mind, here we go. We're going to place down our first repeater right here, leading into an additional block right there, again parallel, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the difference is normally we'd have a dust here and then the repeater there, but again, since this one is out 1 extra block, we're only doing 4 wire right here, 1 more repeater right here, and that guy is going to be leading into this block right here. Now we're going to be repeating this set of steps multiple times. That is the sole difference. The bottommost one has 1 little baby repeater that is kind of in the way. The rest of this is going to be built in a similar fashion to what we just did, where we've got half slab, we've got half slab, again, repeater, wire, 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 repeater. Both of these guys leading into these blocks, and we're going to continue to repeat that until we've made it up a total of 3 additional steps. And if you were taller and you had a taller solar system, you just keep going up and up and up. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Congratulations! You finished that section of the wiring. You should have 1, 2, 3 rows, with your 4th row being that slightly different guy, set and good to go. This is what's going to allow all of the redstone to slowly pulse against each other, one another, to move these items upwards once we have the rest of the droppers in place. But speaking of, it's time to place the rest of these down. Again, facing upwards. There's a total of 9 on each side. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dang it, torch, 7, 8. Right. But, get this, the final set, it's going to be facing this direction instead. Very important that the topmost one is in that direction. So again, down here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, facing back towards the chests. Now remember these random 2 hoppers on the top that we placed before that don't lead into anything? Well, don't worry, we're going to handle it right now. On the sides of those, feed... I keep falling. On the sides of those guys, we're going to want to continue to feed in the rest of those hoppers into our dropper area that we just created a hot second ago. Oh boy, how am I going to get back up here? This is bad. This is the trouble with survival. You can't just fly around, make it nice and simple for you. I wish it was. It's not the case. All right, check this out. Okay, look. So here we go. Got our hoppers. They're all going to be feeding into these guys sideways. Go on the other side. Put another one right there. Yes, on the side. And then look at this. Look. Yep. Boom. 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 That's nice. I like it a lot. Now, the one thing we do need to do differently is we need to go up 1 more layer. So with that in mind, we're going to take a little bit of a mental break. Clear this top area so that we can see what it's going to look like once... Oh boy, it is dead of the night, and there's probably creepers. They're going to fall in and blow up everything. And I just can't let that happen. So here's what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and leave that just so that I know exactly where I need to go and, like, I guess, save up on the top there. And we'll just carry on from there. I need to sleep. Am I the only one? I'm the only one on the server right now. I don't think I have a bed here, technically. Or maybe I placed my bed. So I don't exactly. What did I do? Where is my bed? I don't know exactly where I placed it. Maybe. Let me see. Where? Look, we'll just look in a second, anyways. Where is that exactly? Is that leading? That doesn't necessarily look right. Where's this going? Where's it? Creeper right there. Nice, my boat friend. So where? Oh, it's right here. Interesting. Okay, so we did have to make some. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! 3 of them. Oy! Oh wow! There's many. Bad. Well, at least it's daytime for the most part. Hopefully they go away. Yeah, way to do some terraforming, get rid of some certain areas. We're gonna have to do that again. I'm just gonna do that off camera because it's not part of the build. Hold on. Alrighty, we're nice and terraformed. We've got an additional block of space. We're gonna carry on. You'll want to place down in between the hoppers, not aligned with the top droppers. So many ops in there. You're gonna want to place down 2 additional full blocks so that we can start placing redstone on top of these. And if you look, layer at a time, there is always redstone and then full block. Redstone, full block space. Redstone, full block space. Redstone, full block space. All the way down. On the sides of these blocks, you'll want to place torches going all the way through from the moment that begins. From the moment that pattern begins. So, torch. Torch. You see that? Beautiful. Even down. Torch. Place it. Come on. Torch. Torch. All the way up. Torch. Torch. Keeps going. Don't fall, please. Torch. Torch. Now they all have torches going all the way through. Very important. Yes. That is also going to help in carrying this signal. Now we go along to the back side of this area where we just placed the torches down, and we're going to start lining it with our half slabs so that the redstone can go in an upwards direction. So starting with the topmost left, when we're looking at it from the front, dropper, you're going to place down slabs as follows. Check it out, check it out, check it. Boom. One goes right there. And then same, boom, all the way down, alternating slowly but surely until you've used up the remainder of your half slabs. I gotta get down. I guess at this point we can just drop to that point. Place down a half slab. Just like that. Place another half. Just like that. That's perfect. And then comes the redstone. So you'll place wire on top of this bottommost hopper that we have there, and then you slowly feed it back up on top of all of these different half slabs. Ooh, we're gonna have to climb back up for this guy. All right, make our way back up to the side here, and then slowly but surely complete that little bridge of redstone going up, up, up. And as you can see, it's all been collecting. That is fantastic. Up one more, and then we've got our final little. How do we? Can we just place it? We got like grass in the way. It needs to go on. Can we? Okay, cool. We can actually break this. Well, that's very convenient. Now check it out. Check it out. Final guy goes right there. Now this whole area up here is wired to work together. Now we're pretty much on the final step. Remember these comparators that we had placed a little bit earlier on? We're gonna start to turn the block that the comparator's leading into a tower. A tower that stacks all the way up to the top and adds in additional torches to allow all of these signals to take place. So with this in mind, we are starting with this bottommost block area where the comparators are at. So you're gonna wanna place torches now on the insides of these guys on this block down here, remember? Insides of them now. And we're gonna be stacking blocks on top of them all the way back up to the top in a somewhat similar organized manner. So check this guy out. Y'all ready? Once you've got those guys placed on the inside, you place some more torches which get inverted from the torches beneath them, and then you just keep going further and further. You go up a block on that guy, you go up a block on that guy, and then you follow the same exact format. Inside goes right there. I fell on again. Inside goes right there. You carry on further and further. Oh my gosh, I lost my plate. So not only is the block placement kind of inverting, we've got 2 on the inside, and then you've got 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. The torches are inverting in the exact same manner as well. So we've got 2 outside torches, 2 inside blocks, then we've got 2 outside blocks, 2 inside torches, etc., until you've built back all the way to the top of this area. Another block. Another one of the blocks there. Another torch. Ooh, this one's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna have to like build along the side of it. Can we? Okay, another one for good measure. Another torch on just like that, and then we carry on. Block. Block. torch. Torch. All the way up to... Oh, I almost thought I fell again. That would have been the worst day of my life. Ah! There's another one. There's another one. We got another touch right here. We're gonna have to break this guy temporarily. You're gonna place another touch right there. Ah, it's perfect. Your topmost block should be adjacent with the topmost dropper. So if we go and check here, just fall down, go ahead and get back to this in a second. We'll head up to the top here, and you'll see that the dropper is adjacent with this block right behind it. There's a gap between them. Don't worry, we're gonna fill the gap. Guess what? With more torches. Absolutely. So on the outside blocks, aka these guys that are closest, you'll now place torch in between, just like this. Come on. Boom, boom. Keeps going. And now you can start to hear all the clicking taking place. That's because we finally got it. Can we get to... Oh, it's so close. It's so close. I couldn't get it placed. Oh, we'll place a block right there. That's good. Now we can get a little bit closer at least. That would have been the worst. Okay. Another there. Another there. All the way down. I think we could probably just stand in between. Yeah, can we just do that? Oh, much easier. Yeah, much easier to do it this way. Oh, that's exactly what I was looking for. Perfect, until you've made it all the way down with those as well. We should, in theory, be able to start seeing this organization come into play. We haven't put our input yet, but this is technically like the jugular of it. So if we put blocks in here, this should, in theory, begin to start organizing everything step at a time. So if we were to go up here, we should see some, yes, cobblestone filtering through the system right now. This is very important. And if I'm not mistaken, it should be, yep, it's collecting in there slowly but surely. Isn't that just grand? Isn't that just lovely? It's a little bit of a slow transfer, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be quick. You're just using it as a sorting system. So it's going to take a little bit. There's a lot of moving parts, but as you can see, it's also totally silent. Organization system, totally silent. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we should have finished up, yes, just like that. Isn't that just perfect? Oh, that's nice. I think there's like maybe a block stuck in the system somewhere. Did it? Are you hang? Oh, yep. So that's because we like turned off like the filtration for it essentially. So now we're gonna work on the actual final input where you place all the items to have them sorted. Remember this guy's side story, the lone hopper dropper combo, no longer lone, covered with a whole bunch of things. We're gonna feed into that guy our final input system. So on the left of it, place in a hopper. On top of that, you can place a single chest. Feeding into that chest is another hopper. On top of that, we've got a double chest, just like this. Isn't that just... No, wait, we want to make sure they're attached once again. So go ahead and break that. Make sure you're nice and attached. Can you attach for me, please? With that? No, I said I want you to attach. Break. And we're going to have to, like, intercept this really quick because it, like, collected. Oh, boy. It's going through the system. That's okay. We got a couple extra. It's not a big deal. So check this out. Just like this. I think we need to like place it in a way that will allow us to could it be yeah, okay, so we can do it like that. That's fine. And then perfect, just like that. That's good. That's really good. Now we need to also have another hopper leading into that guy. It's our final hopper. Good news, guys. Fantastic. And then one final double chest. And check that out. That is your input system. So now, in theory, well, that chest should have gone through at some point. Did that chest go through? We lost a chest somewhere in the... Oh, no, it's stuck... Right. It's stuck back at the top. Now we got to climb. Oh, boy. Too much. There's the chest. Excellent. Now, we should be able to finish things off. So I'm going to place one in our main input area once I can escape this forsaken little zone. Come on! I keep falling out the worst timing. If we could just... Come on. That would be so nice. I would be so happy. Good. Good to go. We're going to place cobblestone in the air. We're going to start seeing the whole system light up in a hot second. Y'all lighten up, baby. Yep. The redstone is going off. And check it out. Slowly filling in. It's completed! We had a couple extra blocks, this and that. Now, obviously, the reason we've got the staircase block here is so that we can place it so that it looks nice and flush, because the staircase is a transparent block, as you know. So if you place it like if you place it as we just saw a second ago, you'll eventually be able to make the system completely flush with the wall, which we're doing right now. Look at this. It is so beautiful, gorgeous. Love it. It's done. It's done. System is complete. Now we'll want to place probably some stairs up on these top guys as well. So we need 3 stairs. My bad. But look at that. It's done. It's good. We good, baby. It slowly is going to sift through. So now we need to figure out what items are going where. And that's the easiest part. If anything, it's the most fun part. It's time to organize the items. times. Right, so the organization process. We need to fill up every single slot of every single chest in order for this thing to work properly, which means you will have to place blocks in a similar format. They don't all have to be the same exact block, for example. Like, look, you can split it up section by section. We've got magma that collects over here. Right next to that, we've got a couple lapis blocks that go in. We've also got plain old lapis. And so that the idea here is that as you slowly begin to fill in all of these amazing different chest areas, they will all slowly sift in, but they all need to be filled. Otherwise, the machine will get caught up in its business. So we got cobblestone, we got magma, we got lapis, we got the blocks, we got gold ingots. I'm going to go ahead and put in all of those. So look. Just like this. We're going to store it. We're just going to drop it all in. And it's going to slowly do its thing, slowly sifting through the entire section. Now, again, we didn't fill up every single one of these right now, so it may still goof, but the idea is we should slowly start to see all of these things collecting. Right, see, look, the magma block is there. We're going to put the cobblestone first, just so we can see the magic happening there. But look, you can see the lapis collects where the lapis is. The magma collects where the magma is. The cobblestone. Well, it might take a second for it to get up there, but the idea is that it's going to slowly be collecting step at a time. Right. Where's it all going right now? Oh, and that's why it's still sorting the magma. That makes sense. But yeah, it takes a little bit to get through all the full-blown system, but look, check it out. See? Now the cobblestone is coming through. And by the time the cobblestone finishes collecting in a second, we'll start to see the gold ingots being collected as well. So look. Yes. You've all been nice and placed in, and this is lovely. It's coming together. I'm so pleased with this. Finally, we've got a way to keep everything nice and organized. I can just dump everything I need into a single chest and allow the rest of it to slowly sift in step at a time. This is fairly, I don't want to say it's super lag intensive, but there's certainly, it can get a little bit laggy. Now, hopefully the gold ingots start collecting sooner than later, huh? Yeah, look, it's just finishing up on the magma blocks right now. Curious, how many magma blocks did we put in? I don't exactly remember, but I want to finish things off by showing you that even the gold ingots start to get collected on the other side as well. Unless they're not, maybe they're down here. No, I think we're good. We just have to wait for wow. Take your sweet time with it, baby. The gold ingots? You collecting yet, gold ingots? Oh, wow, it's back to the cobblestone. Oh my God, we're gonna be here forever, guys. Okay, wait. Is it, okay, well, anyways, I'm gonna do my outro. We'll just check on the ingots in a second. My friends, that has been today's episode of The Deep End. I'm gonna go ahead and organize everything off camera. The whole point of this episode was to show you that we've made a storage system, that it's working beautifully, and that everybody secretly loves me. It's true, everybody does secretly love me. How many cobblestone did I put in this? Did I put in a whole stack? I may have. That's it. So then where's my gold? Are the gold? You see, look, so you have to fill them all up. See, the gold ingots are stacking down there. Once all of these are filled, then it resorts to this side as well. So, does work, just a little bit finicky. It's okay. Once everything's nice and filled, it'll be looking good to go. Deep End, episode 17, my friends. The storage system episode. We finally getting organized. We got our end stuff ready to go. We getting there, baby. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, drop a like on the video. Thank you so much for your support. Subscribe, hit that bell to get notified of future Deep End episodes right as they come out. And with that, time to get these chests nice and filled. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next episode.